What's going on, everyone? Talen here, and welcome to another uniform review video. Alright, so in this one here, we're going to be taking a look at Iron Man's new uniform. So here we have his superior Iron Man look, and the one thing with his superior Iron Man here is he is actually a super villain. So if you ever wanted to use Iron Man as a villain, here you go. You can use this uniform here. And yeah, let's go ahead and check out what the uniform's going to do for him. So we've got enhanced the effects of his 4-star passive and his tier 2 passive, it looks like. And then we have another kind of unique buff here, which is increased damage dealt to enemies with 30% HP or lower. So that's kind of interesting. Not sure how well that will work or how valuable that will actually be, because of course if you're using them in Warboss Ultimate or Warboss Legends, you will need to get them to that 30% mark, so you need enough damage to do that in time. So yeah, I'm not sure how well that'll do, but I will be trying that out because I do have Iron Man at tier 3, so I'm curious to see how potent that will be. Maybe it'll be good for like PvP or something like that, because you can reduce their health pretty quickly in PvP, but also you pretty much can just 1 or 2 shot most characters in PvP. So I don't know again how valuable this will be. And again, Iron Man's kit or his skills in general aren't really PvP suited, so it's definitely going to be a PvE kind of uniform here. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the skills. So his tier 2 passive, if I can speak here, is going to be critical damage increased by 50%. We have guaranteed dodge 33%, and then we have skill damage and bonus damage. I believe both of those are new, right? The guaranteed dodge and the crit damage. He only had skill and bonus damage before. I could be wrong. I haven't looked at Iron Man's kit in quite a while. We've got crit rate, dodge, and energy attack here for his 4-star passive, which is really nice. It's actually a pretty nice 4-star passive. And then his first skill, doesn't look like anything there. Second skill, same thing, nothing. Third skill, we have the 30% all attack, which I believe he had that before. It might have just been energy attack though, not all attack. And then we've got damage immunity. Fourth skill, we have an actual reduction in his heal for some reason. He had a 30% heal before, now he's got a 20% heal. And he also had a shield on his third skill, so we're not getting that shield anymore. Instead, we're getting the damage immunity, which is probably better actually. You have 5 seconds damage immunity versus... was that shield for 5 seconds as well? It might have been 6 or 7 seconds. But either way, the shield is only 15% of his max HP, which can easily get bursted down, whereas damage immunity, as long as you have the immunity up, I mean, you're just not taking damage. Okay, so that's good. And then the 5th skill, we have a increase for the next attack by 50%. That is new, so we can probably combine that some way. So yeah, let's go ahead and hop into this skill preview and see what the new skill animations look like for Superior Iron Man. Alright, so here we go. First skill. Okay, that is an iframe at the start, right? Okay, kind of like a dash iframe, so I guess you can use that maybe to get out of trouble. He kind of turns around though and goes back towards the boss. I'm not sure, but it's a nice quick skill animation you get behind the boss, so that can be good for, you know, a few instances against Mephisto or Null if you're using him there, so I can see that being pretty useful. Second skill goes into an iframe, launches some bombs, and then he kind of just shoots out a beam there. But the beam, he is not in an iframe, so right here you are going to be vulnerable, so that'll be a little annoying. The third skill. Okay, so third skill just does a buff, and then we have some kind of lingering attacks there from kind of like drones coming in and shooting missiles at the enemy. But you should be able to probably just maybe even instant cancel that. Let's see. Let me check. Let's do like an instant cancel, or if you have to let it play out a little bit. Yeah, you can instant cancel it. As you can see, you still even have the full animation effect there from the third skill, so that's pretty cool. Now the 4th skill. Okay, iframe, we get some punches and kicks going on there. That looks like, kind of like Captain Marvel's 3rd skill a little bit. Just coming in and, yeah, hitting them from the side there. Okay, that's pretty cool. And then the 5th skill. Okay, just kind of goes up there and shoots a unibeam at them. Alright, alright. So now, can we cancel that unibeam? Oh, you can maybe cancel that like right away. Look, the other Iron Man suit just stayed up there. Hold on. Do we even have to wait for him to go up? No, you don't. You can instant cancel that. That's actually pretty cool. So we have 2 instant cancel skills. We've got the attack buff on the 5th skill. So yeah, you're probably just going to want to do 3, 5, and then 4, I would think. Is the animation on the 5th skill long enough? It is, yeah. Yeah, that's looking really good. So this new uniform for Iron Man is probably going to, like, really increase his damage. He is losing his all defense down, but he didn't really have that great of all defense down. I mean, it was good, of course, for doing like the striker trick. So if you have him as a striker, you can use it, or not as a striker, as a team up character. So when you hit the co-op skill and you have weapon hex as a striker, then he could fill up your all defense down up to minus 100%. So you can't do that with this uniform, but you can always switch uniforms if that's a trick that you like to use regularly or something like that, because he does not have any all defense down on any of his skills with this uniform. He only had minus 30% with this previous uniform, so again, that's not very much. So if you're going anywhere in World Boss Ultimate, like stage 50 and up, I mean, you're not even going to notice, I bet, not having that all defense down, because it just doesn't do enough. So the increase to the attack animations, the fact that you can skill cancel 2 skills there to get all of that AoE going on, is going to be much more valuable than minus 30% all defense down. Did they change his tier 3? No, he still just kind of shoots that beam right there. So no changes to that. So I don't know. I feel like he needs an overhaul in his tier 3, because that tier 3 is just kind of pretty underwhelming. It's very short animation. Can you... I'm just building up to see if I can cancel that at all. I don't think so, because I think you have to wait for him to actually start the beam, and then the beam ends pretty quickly. So can we just... No, we can't. Yeah, I don't know. I still feel like his tier 3 is very underwhelming. It does good damage if you can actually get it to proc while your tier 3 is going off, but the animation is so short that you kind of need to have like a CTP of Rage on him or something like that, because you want it to already be active when you're using your tier 3 skill. Because if you have a regular damage proc, you need it to go off like right on like one of the first few hits of the tier 3 just to get any kind of decent damage. Because if we take a look here, no, I can't even cancel it there. Yeah, because the tier 3 is just too short, so I feel like it needs either longer animation or a few more hits leading up to that big beam that he puts out, so you have more of a chance to proc your obelisk or something like that. We'll go here, like, what is it? Yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you think about Iron Man's tier 3, if it's a little kind of just underwhelming, if you even use, because I don't use Iron Man very much. I have him at tier 3, but that was just because of the last tier 3 selector that we got, and Iron Man was one of the few characters that I still had just sitting at level 60, so I wanted to use, you know, take full advantage of that tier 3 ticket and take someone that I haven't worked on at all and bring them to tier 3, and Iron Man was that character for me. So I haven't really used him much at tier 3, so I don't really know how valuable his tier 3 skill is really going to be, if you're just going to be kind of skipping it or something like that, or if you're just going to be like canceling it to get the buff, because he has a buff on that. It's not going to show me the tier 3, because I think he has got like an all attack buff or something like that on the tier 3, so you can take advantage of that. But anyway, that's going to be Iron Man, and again, I am going to be picking up this uniform because I do have him at tier 3, and I'm curious to test it out. It looks like it's going to be a substantial upgrade for him because of all the skill canceling that you can do. Where's my Iron Man? Here he is. So tier 3, what do we have? Oh yeah, it's got accumulation on his tier 3, so that's probably going to be the most valuable part about it, and not the actual damage from the tier 3 skill itself, but the accumulation. 5 seconds of invincibility, so that'll be valuable as well. It's got ignore. Oh, ignore defense, not ignore dodge. Yeah, so I will be playing around with Iron Man a little bit more, testing out this uniform in World Boss Legends, so probably against Null and Mephisto, just to see what kind of damage you can do, so look forward to that. But that's going to be it for this video here. Hopefully you enjoyed, and of course I will catch you in the next one.